15 now. Proud to bring to you the GTS Podcast, Guys Talking Smack, the weekly review where we talk about whether Smackdown is a smack up, smack down, or smack in the face. This is your boy, EJ the King.
It's your guy, J.Fields.
And Smackdown took place this weekend.
London, England. Tomato.
It actually works there.
It fits this week.
Yeah. Actually, it wasn't Smackdown live. It was just Smackdown.
Smackdown taped.
Yeah.
Smackdown pre-recorded.
So it's just straight up WWE Smackdown. So, you got a match to watch for?
Yes.
All right.
My match to watch for this week comes from Revolution Pro. It was from the card of Epic Encounter 2017. It was the opening match between the Revolution Pro Tag Team Champions, the British Tag Team Champions, CCK, Travis Banks, and Chris Brooks versus Sami Callihan and Martin Stone. If you don't know who Martin Stone is, he's damn it, I just drew a blank. It's the guy, the British guy from NXT. Danny Burch. Is that his name? No.
The British guy?
The guy that fought damn it. Danny Burch. Yeah. Yeah, Danny Burch.
I'm trying to put the picture of the guy.
He's the bald-headed guy in the black tights.
Oh, yeah. He just got through fighting what did he fight? Andreas? He fought them last week.
Yeah.
That was last week.
He fought Cien, yeah. So Martin Stone and Sami Callihan versus Travis Banks and Chris Brooks. Hell of a match. Hard hitting. And I mean, WWE really dropped the ball with Sami Callihan. They did. Like, he is good. Everything I've seen him doing the last year has been nothing short of amazing. Like, what the hell?
That was Solomon
Crow.
Solomon Crow. Okay, yeah.
Why did they not keep him?
Well, I mean,
when he come back though, he's gonna be over.
I think NXT was. I don't know if I can. I'm not trying to play favoritism. I don't know if I can just blame NXT for, I guess, mismanaging his character, because like they usually do a good job. So
yeah,
it's kind of hard for me to sit there and say, well, yeah, NXT messed that up. But like, I don't know. Maybe it was something. It was a gimmick he really didn't want to do or something. Maybe I don't know. Maybe it was something that that kind of aspect or whatever. But
it didn't work. That's the one NXT bust that I can call.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What about the other guy, the peace sign dude? What's his name? You told me his name a while ago.
He's Juice Robinson now in New Japan. CJ Parker.
CJ Parker, yeah.
He really wasn't. He's better now.
Yeah. I saw the potential in him when he was there, but like, the character wasn't working. I didn't like the little. It was working when he was a heel, but like they just used him for squashes then.
Right.
So.
It's funny you mentioned that, but I was reading this article. This is a sidebar. I was reading this article and they were saying the two people, and you might have saw it, the two people in NXT currently right now, that Triple H and William Regal are like basically saying like they're gonna be money like here in the near future. They said it's gonna be Aleister Black, of course, Tommy Ian, and the big guy is Heavy Machinery.
Dylan. Oh, you talking about
the big swole dude, Otis Duskovic.
The short one?
Yeah, the short one. They're saying like the two of them are like the two people that they're like, they got something. Like they got the charisma, they got the look, they got the personality.
You know what? Out of Heavy Machinery, I can't even say Heavy Machinery.
Yeah. The
short one's the only one I like. I don't like the tall dude.
I don't like the tall dude either. He reminds me of Enzo. Not Enzo. He reminds me of Cass.
Exactly. Especially at the promo he cut on
NXT. He even sounds like him. He sounds like him.
The other dude, like I said, he was funny.
Yeah,
I mean, not saying I'm looking for
talking about big beef and all that stuff. Like, okay, this is different.
Steaks and weights.
Yeah.
I mean, like I said, like I just don't like the other guy. So I mean, maybe it was something else. But I definitely can see it as the Black, of course.
Yeah.
Like
I'm glad that they see it.
Yeah, I mean, it should be obvious that when he cut that fucking moonsault
and
set in Indian style, I mean, I was like, yep, he got it. I mean, even before that, not saying that's all it took, but like when he did that at TakeOver, I was like, oh yeah, that's the dude. Like, he's gonna be the next one. Probably after Drew Drew McIntyre get out the way, he probably slip in there, getting that heavyweight. NXT title picture.
That'll be a really good match too.
Oh,
even if they have to battle for it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I can see if anybody was to take the title off of Bobby Roode, it would probably be Drew Galloway.
You think he's
not Drew Galloway, but Drew McIntyre.
You think he's gonna beat Hideo? Hideo missed his chance a couple times with the injuries.
I think he's gonna beat Hideo. I think he is. I mean, I don't know. I mean, it's kind of up in the air, but I think he'll beat Hideo and move on to somebody else. Cause like I said, rumors, mess up a lot of the, I guess, surprising things that happen on NXT or whatever, especially when it's being taped. People kind of like ruin the surprise effect sometimes. So I kind of know the direction where they're going based off what I read. So
don't tell me. I hadn't read it.
That's what I'm saying. I'm not going to say anything.
I hadn't read it.
I'm not that type of person.
I've missed a lot of the NXT. I guess you could say spoiler alerts. I did come across that article though.
Yeah.
Like yesterday, day before.
All right. Well, good match to watch for.
Yeah. So news and rumors. What you got this week?
News and rumors. Cedric Alexander is returning soon.
Yes.
Yeah. WWE began airing a teaser for Cedric Alexander on 205 Live this week. It was announced in December that the cruiserweight would be out of action for 3 to 5 months with a knee injury. So that's why he's been gone. I never knew he was hurt.
Right.
And December's a long time. I mean, what?
6 months.
4.5 months ago. Yeah.
It's May now.
Well, yeah, it is May. About 5 months ago. I mean, yeah, that's crazy. I mean, but like, I did miss him on TV because like I always wonder. I think Miller and Sterl asked where he is. Like, I think on the last episode of RBU or the week before that. But glad to see he's making his turn. Hopefully, he can mix it up with some other guys other than the cruiserweights because like they gotta find a better way of cycling that around and making it, right. You know what I mean? So I still have yet. I know BK constantly tell me every week. I still have yet to watch a beginning to end show of 205 Live.
It's been good. I don't watch it every week, but it's been good. The last couple weeks, from the ones I saw last week, I didn't watch last night's because I hadn't had a chance. But the last 2 weeks prior to this week have been good.
Okay.
Yeah. So whenever you catch on to it, it'll still be. Hopefully, it'll still be good. That way, it'll keep you watching. All right. I'm ready for this UK show though.
Oh yeah, and then so when is that? Is it gonna be in August? I think I read something about it. They're gonna start filming in August.
I heard they've already started.
Really? Mm-hmm. So maybe it's the women's one I'm thinking about.
You talking about the tournament?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think the tournament is supposed to be like the end of summer type of thing.
Yeah.
I hope they go on and get this UK thing going because I'm ready.
Did you also hear about, speaking of women, that Gail Kim is interested in possibly coming back to WWE now that it's focused on wrestling and not just,
bra and panties?
Yeah.
And pillow fights?
Because I hated when she came back the second time and, like, didn't do shit with her. I was like, I just knew she was going to get a title match when she came back. She didn't get shit. I think that's the same contract when she said they had a battle royal. She just got out the ring and walked out.
Right.
Nobody even knows.
Yeah.
I was like, wow.
That's crazy. I forgot all about that.
Yeah.
Hopefully she has a better run than Mickey. Mickey it's just not working.
I don't think it is either. Especially after Monday.
It's been for a minute.
I think, what I mainly think it is she's not a good face right now.
Well, she's definitely not a good face. And, like, you don't bring somebody back, have them go all the way heel, and then change them that fast.
Yeah.
That's that Big Show switch, and we don't need that.
Oh, man. Big Show and Mark Henry.
Yeah.
But, yeah, it's like something's been missing with Mickey. Like I said, she has the in-ring skill, but a lot of the matches don't look kind of, the matches be, like, sloppy sometimes. The fast press she be doing, and be like.
Her punches, her kicks, everything just looks off. It's like maybe she needs to, I shouldn't say this, maybe she needs to go to the Performance Center just to pick the style back up. Because, I mean, she's been wrestling on the indies for so long. It's almost like she's lost how to be fluid in the ring. It don't look like the Mickey I'm used to. Like, even her TNA matches. I know you don't watch TNA.
I mean, I'm familiar with some highlights and stuff.
Her TNA matches are like,
I mean, that's when she was in her prime. You know what I'm saying? That's what I heard,
way better than what her comeback to WWE. It's really kind of falling flat. I thought the match with Asuka was good, and I was like, okay, she's coming back. This is going to be good. Mm-hmm. But, like, no.
I mean, you can even look at that and say, it was a decent match for that. It wasn't like, like I said, I think when we did, our little rating of NXT, like just talking about it, I was kind of like, that was a match. I was like, I mean, it fell in place in the card.
Yeah, I fell asleep.
Yeah.
But when I went back and watched it,
it was a decent match.
She took some good bumps. It's kind of hard to have a match with Asuka and not get your ass kicked though. So I mean, that was really her job.
Right.
Make Asuka look strong, which I'm totally okay with.
Yeah. Last but not least, Daniel Bryan and Brie Bella welcomed Birdie Joe Danielson into the world. Today, around 11:58 p.m., she was born at 8 pounds, 10 ounces, and 21 inches. That's a big baby.
That's a huge baby.
So,
that's a big bird.
That's a big bird. She did there.
Yeah. Congratulations, man.
He said she was 1 week late, you know what I'm saying? Because she's supposed to have been at the baby. So that's, of course I knew he wasn't going to be on TV during the whole process.
Because he had to be on the call.
Yeah. So, I mean, you can't be in San Francisco, filming Smackdown, and all of a sudden I get a call. You ain't finna get on that plane to get there that fast.
Right, not even on Vince's jet.
Unless you got Goku, which you can do the instant transmission. I'm like, just throw it in, But I'm sorry. That's my nerdness leaking out. Anyway, shout out to Daniel Bryan, Brie Bella. And I think that's it for the news rumors. You got anything else?
Nope.
All right, let's get down with the rundown. So, J.Fields, what happened on SmackDown Live this week?
All right, SmackDown Live took place pre-recorded in London, England. The show kicked off with WWE Champion Randy Orton coming to the ring to cut a promo on Jinder Mahal, which we saw Jinder Mahal interrupt. And then the new face of America, United States Champion Kevin Owens, interrupted them, came down to the ring, and basically said that when he's done with AJ, he's coming for the title. He doesn't care whether it's Jinder or Orton that has the title. Then AJ Styles interrupted him, came down to the ring, and basically said that, no, he didn't say he's the face. He said this is the house that AJ Styles built.
Yep.
And then Baron Corbin interrupted. And before he could really get talking good, Sami Zayn attacked him from behind because he was on suspension last week, and this is his first week back. So Sami instantly came after him for attacking. And all 6-man brawl, we set up our main event for later on in the night.
Before we move on, because I don't know if it's going to be a part of the review or not, but did you hear when Jinder Mahal said, I didn't take your title. I didn't take your title. I didn't steal your title.
I didn't take anything.
I took it. No, he said I took it.
Yeah. He was like, I didn't take anything. I took your title. Or something like that.
Yeah, it was something stupid.
It was the same word that he said he didn't do. He came right back and said, I did that. Yeah. Really.
I didn't look at you, but I saw you.
Right. Right.
Stupid ass. Anyway.
He tapped into his Birdman.
But yeah,
are we finished? Are we done? Yeah. So that was our kickoff to SmackDown Live. Set up a 6-man tag: Randy Orton, AJ Styles, and Sami Zayn versus Kevin Owens, Jinder Mahal, and Baron Corbin. In our opening match, we got Natalya, the leader of the welcoming committee, down to the ring with all of the welcome committee, including James Ellsworth, Carmella, and Tamina were at ringside as well. And we got Becky Lynch coming to the ring, and SmackDown Women's Champion Naomi accompanied Becky Lynch to the ring, as well as the Queen Charlotte accompanied Becky to the ring to even the numbers. We saw Tamina try to get involved, which led to Naomi getting involved, which distracted Becky Lynch. Charlotte pulled Naomi back from attacking Tamina any further after she shoved her down, which distracted Becky and allowed Natalya to pick up the quick pinfall. And that was that. Then we go backstage to them basically arguing, and Becky Lynch plays the peacemaker, saying that they all three of them, Naomi and Charlotte, have to get on the same page in order to take down the welcoming committee because they have a bond. Following that, we got part 2 to the Fashion Files. This time we got we got Breezango. We got Tyler Breeze and Fandango dressed as Sherlock Holmes and Watson. They are live in the arena, the O2 Arena in London, and they are on a search for the Uggos. Cheerio. And they come across face paint that's been splattered over the floor. Fandango tastes and said it's been filled with lead, and who would be crazy enough to wear that, And they follow the trail And then they hear these yells. Yeah. They behind a closed door. They open the door, and lo and behold, it's Victor and Connor, the Ascension. And they say that they're going to reopen the file, or to reopen the case of the Ascension, which leads to their match later on in the night. Entertaining stuff.
Yes.
Following that, we got Eric Rowan versus Luke Harper. Match of the night, which we saw Eric Rowan defeat Luke Harper with a spinning World's Strongest Slam.
God damn.
Spinning. A twisting or spinning. A twisting spinning. I'm trying to make it sound like this is really a great move. The setup move to this move was way better.
Around the world.
Around the world, world's strongest slam.
Can't make this up.
A spinning front slam.
That silence hurts. Oh man, I was trying to hold it back.
It's like he's gonna kick out of this shit.
It's like he lost balance and just fell on top of him.
It was when he picked him up, I was like, oh, he's gonna do that spinning thing like Billy Gunn and Rikishi used to do. No, he didn't. He didn't do that. He held the slam and just fell down flat with it.
God damn.
There has to be a gif of this somewhere of how bad it was.
I'm on it. I'm gonna find it tomorrow.
Good deal. Following that, we had Dolph Ziggler come to the ring and continue to trash Nakamura. He even calls him out to the ring, which we get the Nakamura entrance. And they don't really have an exchange word for word. Nakamura just tells him to shut up. And then he says that he doesn't have to wait for backlash. They can fight right now. Get a referee down here. So Nakamura takes off his jacket and Dolph Ziggler takes off his jacket. But Dolph Ziggler uses his jacket to throw on Nakamura's face so he can get the one up on him and starts attacking him. But Nakamura is able to fight back, hit some very stiff knee strikes. They even refer to his strong style background, which is why I don't understand why they're not calling him the king of strong style. But Nakamura gets the upper hand and sends Dolph Ziggler out of the ring after some very hard, stiff strikes, sending Dolph Ziggler retreating up the ramp. Following that, we're backstage with Sami Zayn. He's standing between Randy Orton and AJ Styles. He's trying to game plan for their 6-man tag later on in the night. He's trying to get them to channel their energies and come up with a game plan for everybody. He's basically trying to coach the team on how to come up with victory. He talks about what Orton should do. Then he changes to AJ and he says, you know what, let's just everybody close their eyes. Let's visualize. And when he opens his eyes and the camera pans back out, Orton and AJ have walked off, leaving Sami looking crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Following that, we got Breezango defeating the Ascension in a fairly quick match. Fandango hit the flying leg drop off the top rope. And then the Usos come out to the ramp to basically continue the promo to pick up their end of the slack with the feud to let them know that in 12 days. How many days? How many days?
12 days.
12 days that they're going to be against something that they've never felt before. And when them hairs start standing up on your neck and you start to feeling them goosebumps over your body, it's not paranoia. It's those Usos, which furthered their feud. Very good stuff from the Usos. I'm pretty sure we'll talk about that.
Mm-hmm.
And then backstage again, we get Mojo Rawley with a group of 4 kids. He's taking them on the tour of the arena, and he's basically trying to motivate them to be whatever they want to be and telling them that, you know, he's important because he won the Andre the Giant tournament. Oh, no, it wasn't a tournament. The Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal. And he even has brought the trophy overseas with him. He says he takes it everywhere with him. And he puts over Andre a little bit more. And whatever. Moving on. Then we get the announce team announces that Rusev did a video before SmackDown went on the air. And they play it. Basically, Rusev is saying that he's coming to SmackDown Live because Shane McMahon, Daniel Bryan have ignored his messages saying that he wants a title match for Money in the Bank. So he's coming to SmackDown Live to confront Shane McMahon next week. So that should be interesting. And in our main event, we saw Jinder Mahal, Kevin Owens, and Baron Corbin defeat the team of Randy Orton, AJ Styles, and Sami Zayn after Randy Orton hit an RKO on Kevin Owens. The Singh brothers got involved, which allowed Jinder Mahal to hit his camel clutch slam. Finishing moves are really bad on SmackDown. His camel clutch slam. His camel clutch release slam.
Yeah.
On Randy Orton. They should probably come up with a name for that. The gender bomb.
No.
The Mahal bomb.
No.
The gender drop.
No.
Whatever.
I want you to keep going. I want to see all three of them bad.
Just like the move. Hit him with the move. Oh, we're back to that again.
Into the sand.
Nevertheless.
No.
Into the sand. The quicksand.
The quicksand. Yes.
The quicksand.
Quicksand drop.
Yeah.
The sunken pyramid.
Right.
It's so racist. I'm stop.
The Sphinx slam.
Sending you to your mommy. We just went Egyptian. Where we going?
But it's over there.
Yeah, you're right.
It's
but
near it.
We just like went straight up Egyptian on the shit though. Yeah. Anyway.
The inverted India drop from hell.
The pyramid's point.
Yeah.
Okay, we can stop.
The Maharaja.
He sure said that. Oh man, good stuff.
And then, folks, was your SmackDown Live, but not really pre-recorded from London, England.
Alrighty.
Oh, GTS.
It is time for our Smack Up, Smack Downer, and Smack in the Face. Kicks off for me this week. By the way, this is episode 42, correct?
42.
So I found out a system the way we can always remember who goes first and who goes second. I'm even, you odd.
I am odd.
Yeah. Ha.
Ha.
So yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, we just do it like that.
This is genius.
Genius. Came to me overnight.
You damn mathematician.
Yeah.
So, EJ, what was your Smack Up?
My Smack Up this week was the main event. Oh, no hot tag. I'm sorry. I'm gonna chime in on that because I'm pretty sure I know what your hot tag is gonna be. I mean, I know what your Smack Up is gonna be. But yeah. You know, SmackDown kicks off with his typical, I'm coming out there, I'm saying what I gotta say, but he gets interrupted by this guy, but this guy gets interrupted by this guy, and this guy gets interrupted by this guy, you know. The typical thing, you know what I'm saying? You know, pretty much knew it was gonna lead to a tag team match. Mm-hmm. But the only thing I was a little scary about is the fact that, like, once again, I don't want to see certain people interact because they need to interact. And I feel like, you know, during that main event, fast forward to the main event, I mean, they did a good job of kind of keeping the rivalry, you know, storylines besides KO and Sami Zayn, but, you know, keeping certain people away from each other until it really mattered towards the end of the match. Because, like, I think Jinder Mahal and Randy Orton didn't touch to the very last, you know, tag going to the match. But, of course, AJ Styles looked phenomenal, no pun intended. Good to see Baron Corbin back. He took his shirt off, showed a little, you know, whatever's going on down there on his belly, but, you know, it kind of makes me a little uncomfortable looking at that.
Right,
but you got to do something about that. But anyway, that's not his fault. It's, you know, what it is.
It's in his nature.
But yeah, back to the match. I mean, like I said, it was a good main event. You know what I'm saying? Like, typical tag team match, a SmackDown match you usually put off, you know, dedicated to, you know, the good old Teddy Long, you know what I'm saying? But I really enjoyed the match. I enjoyed the back and forth. I enjoyed, you know, the storylines. They're still, like I said, they further push the storylines onto Backlash. You know, ain't no telling what's gonna go on next week. But like I said, I think all three of those matches, I know all three of those matches I'm looking forward to at Backlash, you know, and it kind of makes a question mark, you know, because I read an article, AJ wants to make the U.S. title just as big as the main title, so it kind of makes me feel like, are they gonna pull the trigger too soon with this title exchange between him and KO, or are they gonna let this build on, you know, probably a couple more months, you know, whatever. But overall, I mean, like I said, it was a good way to end the show. And like I said, you know, I think Sterling Miller pointed this out on their podcast. Like, they don't like, you know, pretty much the seesaw battle as far as like the champion going down on his back into the pay-per-view all the time, because it kind of lets you know that if I'm losing the week before, I'm pretty much not going to lose, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, because he's going to get his payback next week, you know what I'm saying, on SmackDown, the going home show. But like I said, overall, man, I enjoyed the main event, and I think that was one of the highlights of the show that really I wanted to pinpoint and not just ease to my near falls and sit there and say, like it was a good match. So I just wanted to give them a little shine, a little, respect, because like I said, they are clearly, going into your SmackDown, which I pretty much know what it's going to be, kind of got overshadowed.
Right.
So, you?
It was a really good match. I think I liked all the interaction a little bit more than the match, though. As far as now, the promo at the beginning, it started slow, but by the time Kevin Owens came down, it picked up.
Right.
And I enjoyed everything from Kevin Owens to the end of that promo. And then Sami Zayn, which he was going to be my near fall as far as his promo backstage, because I'm enjoying those things, like he's trying to fire the team up, trying to rally the troops. I enjoyed it. I'm sitting there, I'm literally laughing, I'm like, this is good stuff, because he was just going just a mile a minute, because you're the Viper, and you can strike quick and strike fast and strike quick, just running, just zooming through the promo, and it was funny. And then even to the point to where he closed, let's visualize this thing. We need to be able to see it. I enjoyed that, and like you said, the match was good too. But I think everything leading up to it, even from the fact of Sami attacking Corbin from behind. He wasted no time.
Got that payback, yeah.
Got that instant payback. As soon as he had an opportunity to get after him, he got him. You know what I'm saying? And the fact that Kevin Owens is saying that he wants to be the U.S. champion and WWE champion.
Yeah, I like that.
That it can get more people involved in the main title picture, because we was always asking the question, why can't he not be interested in being the other champion? Why can't AJ be interested in being the WWE champion? Why can't they not have all the gold? So if it opens up an opportunity for all 6 of those guys to be kind of fighting for both titles, that I think that makes for some really good matches, really good storyline, really good promos, etc. So that's all I got on that. But I'm with you. It was almost mine too, but it was a couple other high points that I enjoyed.
Okay, so what was your smack up this week?
My smack up this week, first and foremost, was the return of the Usos, because it's like whatever time they're given, they're not on there every week. They don't get TV time every week. They don't get mic time every week, promo time. But whatever time they're given, they make the most of it every time. As far as promos, they have had some of the most memorable, most consistent, entertaining promos since they came over SmackDown Live. Since they completely flipped the switch, went heel. Thank you, Usos. This is enjoyable. And for them to be the tag team champions sitting at the top, it's different from your normal quote-unquote heel tag team, or different from your quote-unquote normal face tag teams. They're right there in the middle. You know what I'm saying? Where people respect them because they can go in the ring, but they still got this badass attitude to where you could still boo them if you wanted to. And it kind of puts Fandango and Tyler Breezango, that kind of put them in a situation where what is the reaction going to be?
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I'm saying? How are people going to respond to this? And I think what I hope happens is that everybody, all 4 participants, just put on a really great match, and the fans enjoy the hell out of it and show them the respect, not only during the match, but as the match concludes, you know what I'm saying? And it, elevates them to the next level, however it goes, whether the Usos lose or, they win, or however it may go, title change or whatever. But their promo was solid. The fashion files, I'm starting to look forward to those every week, for as long as they'll do it, because the jabs that they take, and their humor is different. It's not New Day humor. It's not that type of humor. You know what I'm saying? It has its own kind of lane, and I like that. It's different. So I enjoyed it all in all. You know what I'm saying? The fact that Connor and Victor was just back there yelling,
that was hilarious.
What the hell, But overall, good stuff from all four guys.
I mean, I'm gonna pinpoint back on the Usos, but I did like the New Day commercial. They just, do the video game.
Oh yeah, that was good.
It was like each other, booty,
yeah,
booty. That joke was funny. You know what I'm saying?
But, it was. I'm looking forward to them mixing it up with the Usos and Breezango too.
Yeah, I'm definitely Breezango. Like I said, I remember we called this about 2 weeks ago. Breezango and Usos. I mean, not Usos. Breezango and New Day segment's gonna be freaking gold.
Yeah.
Man. So, but yeah, everything about that promo. I mean, I was kind of hoping, like I said, it was more, your smack up was more on the Usos, but I was kind of hoping that Ascension and Breezango kind of got a little more time, what I'm saying? They actually know. Like I said, we all know, I say this every time, the Ascension can go.
Yeah.
We all know Breezango can go. Just give them time. Like, it's some things that I could have lived without this week. And, like, I'm pretty sure we're going to get into that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, I just really wish they would have gave them the time they deserve. And like I said, SmackDown does a great job of developing talent and make them better. Make them more TV ready and make more familiar. But, like, let people see. You did it once before. Let somebody see how good the Ascension are. Let your tag team, division build on credible wins. Like SmackDown, Raw kind of did it with the tag team turmoil. You know what I'm saying? They gave everybody a little chance, go out there and see what they can do.
They put gold and truth in the end.
I know, right? You know what I'm saying? And, like, it was somewhat believable. Like, damn, are they finna actually get this opportunity? Are they trying to, kind of do the same thing SmackDown does? Like, throw a tag team out there in left field that you never thought would be in this situation. You know what I'm saying? And, like, of course, they're going back to Cesaro and Sheamus, which I'm not going to. I'm not.
How can you not go back to them?
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not upset.
They're steaming right now. They're hot.
So it's just like, you know what I'm saying? Back to the SmackDown division, like, I just really wanted, them to get that a little more exposure. But, like, back to the Usos, I mean, like, earlier that night, I remember you saying, where the hell are the Usos? You know what I'm saying? So it's like, once they finally came out, and, it kind of started off, not in a bad way, but it kind of started off sounding like The Rock a little bit. I forgot, like, the opening words, but I was like, damn, Rock, because I looked up, you know what I'm saying? But the energy, I mean, like, it's just, I mean, they're born to do that type of stuff, you know what I'm saying? So the energy they give through their promos, like, makes it feel like a hip-hop concert or something. They be just like, 12 days, you're going to get on your back. 12 days, you can lick each other back. 12 days, you kiss each other back, rub each other's back. No, I mean... Yeah, I enjoyed all that, man. I mean, like, I think 12 days is going to be, like, my new thing to say now. Yeah. They better not be 12 days from anything. Right. When my baby get ready to get born. 12 days! Like, anything, man. Like, I mean, they just made this stick out. I mean, I'm still wondering where the hell we don't get no merchandise from them yet. I mean, come on.
And it's funny because it's almost, when I think about it, I think about, like, the what chance. And how interactive that allows the fans to be. Right. Like, that they come up with something new for the fans to latch hold to, you know what I'm saying? In addition to their, in addition to that whole 12 days thing, of course, next week it won't be 12 days, it'll be another day or something else. But, I mean, for them to provide those moments, you know what I'm saying? They give us memorable promos. And, like, we don't get those all the time. No. We don't get those all the time. It's some main eventers that don't give memorable promo.
And they constantly make their opponents look with egg on their face in the ring because Breezango looked so dumb as they was cutting it. Like, they didn't know what to say. They were sitting there just looking dumbfounded. That's the same thing they did to American Alpha when they came out the crowd. So it's kind of like, they sunning people every week when they come out there and drop the mic. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's crazy.
Yeah, and then they're capable of having a good match. They're not just all on the entertainment side. They're going to clearly give you a damn good match. And, I mean, let's be honest about it. Tyler Breeze and Breezango in a title match, you think them two dudes not finna come out and literally try to tear the house down, steal the show? I mean, that match is going to be like, I think that's probably going to be the match of the night.
Yeah, I can believe it. And like I said, I think the crowd's going, like you said, I mean, they're respectable. All four of them, you know what I'm saying? So I think the crowd's going to give them their due. While they're in the ring, interacting and everything. So kudos to that.
Yep. So you said it was a couple things that you could have lived without.
Yep.
So let's go and take that turn. So what was the first thing in your SmackDown that you could have lived without this week?
My SmackDown this week, all the advertising, Shinsuke Nakamura once again, and nothing. I didn't enjoy that at all. Like I said, of course, all the listeners are not on the iHeart Wrestling page, but I kind of point out, like, I was kind of thinking that maybe they're going to throw, he said, I'm going to show you what I can do. I'm kind of thinking that Dolph was going to kind of back up and say, no, you're not going to show me against me. You're going to show me against this guy. Point out, bring out somebody, anybody, Aiden English, anybody.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too.
Anybody just to kind of put that, give them a match. I mean, like, I understand the build, the backlash is built around Shinsuke Nakamura, as far as advertising and promotion and everything, but like, I don't like all this teasing. I mean, we already know. I mean, like I said, we know who he is. We know what he's capable of. So it's kind of irritating to me. Not, I guess not like letting everybody else see what he can do. Who are not familiar with him. But promo really didn't do much for me. I mean, if anything, Dolph came out more, I guess, believable this time. As far as like how his, seriousness to his promo instead of dropping jokes on left and right. I mean, this is going to be another match that it's going to be good. Regardless of the performance in it. But like, I think the Bill could have went a different direction. Like, especially if he's not going to have a match on SmackDown before he debuts. Just like Dolph was pointing out, like, you ain't even did anything yet, dude. Like, you have an entrance. You got a crowd singing behind you, your entrance and everything. I mean, that's all you've done since you've been here. Y'all scruffle up and mix it up a little bit, whatever. But, like, I just really, wish they – I mean, like I said, they're constantly dimming the flame on Shinsuke Nakamura since he debuted. And, like, Dolph pointed out, you've been here a month, dude. I mean, what have you done? You haven't shown me anything.
Right.
And, like, once again, I know we know what he can do, but, like, I don't want the crowd to kind of fall out of love of all the hype, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Like, that hype he should have came in doing matches like Ty Dillinger, you know what I'm saying? Ty had a couple matches since he debuted, so, I mean, I don't know, man. I think they're just dropping the ball with that. It just kind of, bummed me out when I saw the situation that he wasn't going to wrestle that night, especially when he had the ring gear on and everything, you know what I'm saying? Which I already know more than likely. He had a dark match once the show went off, but, yeah. That was my SmackDowner. You wanna?
Oh yeah. I'll be brief. I'm starting to feel like this match may not deliver, and I don't like that feeling. I don't like feeling like I'm going to be disappointed, especially with somebody that I genuinely am a fan of, like I am Nakamura, and have been for a long time. I feel like this match is going to be terrible. Not because the people in it are not good, but just the fact that it's being oversold so much. Like, this is not once in a lifetime at WrestleMania. This is not the streak. Mm-hmm. This is just Nakamura having his first match on the main roster, which he should have had 3-4 weeks ago.
Yeah.
Like, Nakamura is used to Japan wrestling, and he used to indies. Dolph Ziggler ain't no independent. He's not independent. He's a WWE guy, and has been for the last 8 years. I'm a little uncertain about how this match is gonna go. Just me looking at the two styles and the fact of how much emphasis they've placed on this being Nakamura's first match. At first, I was like, that'll be a good match for Nakamura. Mm-hmm. But the fact that we've had to wait for 4 weeks, it's got me a little concerned about how well this match may go over. You know what I'm saying? And I'm a little worried about that. You know what I'm saying? I mean, like, their little interactions in the ring, with, Nakamura, getting the advantage, or Dolph jumping on top of him and, pounding, beating him up or whatever like that. That's cool. But when it comes to putting a match together, to make this match be great, which is what it's supposed to be bid at. He's all on the posters, all on the commercials. Like, I'm over it. Like, I just saw Nakamura wrestle a month ago.
Yeah.
At WrestleMania weekend, TakeOver. So I'm not in the dark about it. And it's a bunch of people that watch NXT that's not in the dark about it either. So stop trying to make it seem like we're not intelligent people.
Right.
If people hadn't seen Nakamura, so what? Put him on SmackDown, let him show up first week. Next week, you build it. And I think I said this a week or so ago. He should have had his debut match. It should have been publicized. It should have been a commercial in his first match on SmackDown Live. His first match since leaving NXT, Shinsuke Nakamura. It's over and done with. And then him and Dolph could have went on to have a great match too, but it wouldn't have to be all of this fluff time. Because this is like they're just reaching. They're reaching out their ass.
And that's exactly what I was saying. Like, it's some things I could have dealt without. Like, you didn't even have to show me him. Like, if he's not going to wrestle, what's the point of him being out there?
Right.
If you're going to put out there, they're going to have a match next week. Dolph could have easily had a backstage segment say, we're going to fight him. I'll fight him in backlash or anything. But, like, that just took up time for a match they could have gave. I mean, some time they could have gave to Breezango and Ascension. Right. That's one of the other things.
I mean, I enjoy his entrance. But, I mean, if he's not doing anything but that, then you've already worn me out on his entrance.
And that's exactly what I'm saying. Like, it used to be special when he comes out, and because when he comes out, something special happens.
Right.
Now it's just him come out, take a bow, trash talk,
crowd, say a couple words in English, and that's it. And then
come on.
We get that. That's always cool because that's funny because that's because of you now.
I did that.
Yeah, you did that, but I mean, I've never been less excited for a wrestler that I'm a fan of to debut.
All right.
And it's like I'm starting to feel like, and this is gonna be bad when I say it, I mean this in no disrespect to Shinsuke Nakamura, but this is starting to feel like Brodus Clay all over again. Because we got those video packages and we got all this hype of him being this destructive monster.
Well, we got swerved on that one. Like
and then he just showed up as the Funkasaurus, and it was bad.
So you think
the only thing they gave us was Naomi?
So you think at Backlash, Shinsuke Nakamura gonna come out with a beret and a painter's brush so he could be the artist?
I hope not.
That would be fucking awful.
It would be terrible.
Why did I even put that in the air? Because WWE
they're not gonna do it.
Things
that
we
don't. It out loud.
But they grab the things that we don't want to happen.
No, it's true. We want that to happen. Then.
Just like
book it.
Yeah. No.
Okay, I was trying to help.
Yeah.
Anyway. Yeah, not good.
So apparently that wasn't your Smackdowner. No. So J.Fields, what brought you down this week with your Smackdowner?
What brought me down this week is the continued misuse and waste of space that is our Andre the Giant Battle Royal winner, Mojo Rawley. I don't give a damn about him. I'm sorry. And it's like you telling me that this is the biggest moment in your life, and you achieve your dream, and this is the most triumphant moment you've ever had in your career. Congratulations. But can you do something now? You the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal winner. Your promos have been dry. It's like now it's like you're almost trying to John Cena your way, some fans. And I don't need you doing that.
Like forcefully too.
You're trying to John Cena you some fans. And I don't need that. Like you're trying to tell kids how to believe in themselves and how, never let people tell you. Like, it's 2017, man. Like everybody's doing what the hell they want to do. I don't need you telling me that. Like, just do you, dude. Do you. Talking about people make fun of him of the stuff that he wear and the way that he act. Okay, that's because you weird. That's because you're weird. And the thing is that the biggest problem I had with this is the fact that Jinder Mahal, him and Jinder Mahal were the last two in the Battle Royal at WrestleMania.
I know where you're going.
And now Jinder Mahal is getting ready to have a WWE title match at the next pay-per-view. When he was on the pre-show being roughed up by Gronk. The next week, Gronk threw a drink in his face. Like, that's where, and we're going to get to this. We're going to get to this because this is a part of our GTW segment. But what the hell? I mean, like, if anything, now don't get me wrong. You're ready for Corbin and Zayn. I think Corbin and Zayn is going to be a good match as well. But this should be Corbin and Mojo. Former Andre the Giant, last year's winner, this year's winner. Give the man a feud. Somebody.
He dangling around like Apollo Crews was.
Yeah. We're right back to that again.
But it's even worse because he actually achieved something at WrestleMania. Apollo Crews ain't achieving it.
This dude is in the record books for doing something.
Yeah.
And nobody cares. This is the worst booking of the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal winner since they started this thing. And this is what? The fourth time? It's the fourth one they've had. This is the worst one. Cesaro went on to be a Heyman guy. Big Show,
whatever.
I mean, he didn't get like a major push, but he, it was he deserved it because he had never won anything at WrestleMania. Corbin, we see where Corbin is now. Mm-hmm. And we see how with the year that he's had a pretty consistent year.
He wasn't even on the main roster when he won.
Right. He came up from NXT and won. And we saw him go on to have a decent, maybe too long feud with Dolph Ziggler, which, and I'm going to come back to that in just a second. Remind me to come back to that. He went to go have a decent feud with Dolph Ziggler. Mm-hmm. He had the whole thing with Cruz. He had the thing with Jack Swagger. He had the thing with Kalisto. You know, and then he had this last little situation with Dean and then with AJ. It wasn't bad. He's had a pretty good year. You look back on it, he may not have all the wins and all the losses, but he had a solid enough year to say, okay, we can see that he's going to the next level. Mm-hmm. Now, why in the hell is it? This is a sidebar. Why in the hell? Because it just hit me. Why does Dolph Ziggler get fed everybody that gets called up?
True that. That's the NXT.
Like, no, I don't want that. I don't want it. You bring up Baron Corbin, he gets Dolph Ziggler. You bring up Shinsuke Nakamura, he gets Dolph Ziggler.
Mojo Rawley.
Mojo Rawley. I don't want that. I don't want it. Tyler Breeze. This is getting out of control.
Yeah.
My memory wasn't even that good a second ago. You just made it. You just made that whole moment that I was trying to make. You just validated what I was saying. Apollo. You just validated everything I said. Kalisto.
Yeah. I mean, the list goes on. You're right. It's like before they can get their feet wet with anybody else, hey, you gotta get you in the feud with Dolph Ziggler first. No, before you do anything else.
Yeah.
Go fight that guy right there.
Gruesome.
Yeah. Okay, let's stop. It's getting scary. Stop. You can't possibly think of anybody else. You can't. Nope. You can't. Nope. You're done. You're done.
Okay. Yeah, I think I'm done.
Okay. Damn. Yeah. Scared me for a second. I was like, man, you pull out one more, man. I don't know.
We just made a hell of a point though.
That's at least 6 people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Far too many for him to still be losing.
Here's what I say about that whole SmackDown. I didn't care for it. So moving on.
Yeah.
To
your smack in the face. The other thing that you could have lived without. Your smack in the face, sir.
My smack in the face is the Around the World Strongest Slam. Deliver. Hot tag, yeah. I mean, basically the whole match. But well, I ain't gonna say the whole match was just horrible, but it was just bad booking. Because Luke made that match watchable. But once again, what are we doing? This is a situation where you say, if Luke would have won the Andre the Giant Battle Royal, they could have easily did something with him. You know, elevated. Bro, I mean, they could have made the Eric Rowan and Luke Harper rivalry kind of mean something. Build it. Not saying we want it, but build it. This is like all of a sudden they've been off TV for a while. All of a sudden they appear. He's fighting his former Wyatt family member. I'm like, out of nowhere, like, they can't give us a backstage confrontation or anything. I mean, I just hate this whole delivery and how everything got put in place for Luke Harper. And once again, I think we asked this. Was that our question last week? What are they doing with Luke Harper?
Yeah.
It's like, once again, I mean, like, you listen to the podcast, people, and you grab the wrong idea of what we're trying to get y'all to do. Right. Like, when we said, what are y'all doing with Luke Harper? Get him involved. We didn't say just throw him back in some shit that he was already involved with. We seen this before, even when they had the Soul Survivor back in the, I guess it was a couple of years ago, or a year or two ago, when Eric Rowan was a face and Luke Harper was still a heel, and they was on 2 different teams of Survivor Series. We seen them.
Yeah, against the Authority.
Yeah, we seen them feud before. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, just to throw it out. I just hate how they just throw matches out there sometimes. Like, I'm not saying every match has to have a storyline, but like, certain people deserve a storyline. Especially if it's in the storyline, if it's leading somewhere. And like, I was just getting ready to tweet or post, once again, Eric Rowan finna take another L since returning. And yet I got surprised that he didn't. He ended up winning, but like, to what fashion? That crappy ass Around the World Swirl.
Around the World Swirl.
Strongest slam. I mean, what are they doing?
The sheep slam.
It was cheap. I know you're saying sheep. Because it was bad.
They need to sign us.
Yeah.
To like contracts. We can really make it worse.
I wish I could pull the wool over my eyes.
Yeah.
You know, sheep fur. No.
Yeah.
Does that work? No. I don't know. I tried to do something with that. It didn't work. But yeah, hot tag.
Hot tag. Before I go in on this, I do want to give a shout out. I want to shout out whoever playing that damn triangle. Hey, that damn thing song. Playing the hell out of that triangle.
That every time you make that post, man, I just bust out laughing, man.
Like he had a long ass entrance. Like I'm sitting on the couch and I'm just like, damn, that shit's still going. Ding, 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 ding. Like you gotta have some real confidence in your life.
You got Jenna Mahal veins popping out his wrist in this joint, like ding, 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 ding.
Like more triangle. More triangle.
I need more cowbell.
I'm telling you, like, damn. But no, Eric Rowan lost every match he's been in since he's been back. And then he beats the guy that needs to push the most. And let's just be honest. What they getting ready to do with Eric Rowan? What they getting ready to do with him?
Not a damn thing.
Is he getting ready to be in the title picture? No.
I mean, like, I'm trying to help him out by saying, like, do this with him, but, like, I don't want to even see him no more. Like, I was just thinking, like, he could have had something going with Mojo.
This could have been it's one or two ways that this should have gone.
Okay.
The match was good. Let me first say that. The match was good until the end.
Yeah.
I was watching the match. I was intrigued.
Yeah.
Until the very end. Two big dudes slugging it out. Rowan held his own. Harper carried the match. It was good until the end. Until I had to watch Luke get pinned. Two things they should have did with this match. Either, number one, they shouldn't have had it and just they went their own different direction. Mm-hmm. Or they shouldn't have had the match and they could have attacked the Usos or Breezango. Yeah. And reunited as a tag team.
True.
Because that's way more meaningful. And they were a good tag team.
Yep.
And now they don't have to worry about being under Bray Wyatt's spell of the crucifix and the vessel. Sister Abigail. They don't have to worry about that anymore. They're on their own now. So they could really kind of change their style up, still be a tag team, but they don't have to answer to Bray Wyatt. They could just be on this path of destruction, the two of them together, going for the tag team goal. And they would have been interesting. Because we know we would have got some good matches. And I'm all about good matches. If you hadn't realized it yet, as a part of this podcast, I'm all about good matches. I'm searching for them all week long. I'm watching everything to find some good matches because that's what I like about wrestling. I love good, great matches. And they're capable of it. Either don't have a match at all, they go their separate ways, you give Luke something meaningful to do, you figure out what you're going to do with Rowan, or you put them back in a tag team together and you let Luke basically be the leader of that tag team.
Man, I mean, it writes itself.
It writes itself. Book it. Now, that's all I got.
Me too.
That's all I got.
Okay. Well, that would do it for our review.
Yeah.
So let's get into these near falls. Near fall. I guess
up or downer.
It would be a up. I kind of liked. I mean, of course, I enjoy anything Naomi does, but I like her involvement. I like the little backstage segment with her and Charlotte, no arguing, and Becky had to be a little mediator and say, "Hey, reason I lost because of them, not y'all. Blah blah. Let's come together. Can I trust y'all?" And Charlotte still, I'm better than all of y'all, but I team up with y'all, just because I don't like them. But the only way, like I said, that was an up. The thing that kind of makes it lean down to the downer once again is like, I mean, I still don't think Tamina needs to be out there right now. It's just like her facial. I mean, it's just like, I want to believe in her so bad because she's a second generational star, you know what I'm saying? I mean, superstar. So it's like, I want her to stand out like all the other second generation. I'm trying to think. Is it anybody that is as bad as her as a second generation? I'm trying to think. I mean, you got your Curtis Axels. He didn't have no charisma, so he was blah, but like he had in-ring talent. So he can make up for that. And he's starting to get his charisma now.
The X-Man.
Yeah. You got Bo and Bray, good second generation. Randy, third generation. You even had Ted DiBiase and Cody. I mean, Ted DiBiase was kind of in the same boat. They had charisma, but put on a good match.
Yeah, he was capable of a good match.
Cody, of course, self-explanatory. I mean, but like, she just doesn't have it. I don't know what it is. I don't know if Rock pulls some strings like, hey, my cousin needs something.
She had it. She doesn't have it anymore.
Did she really ever have it though?
Tamina wasn't horrible. Even when she was like AJ's bodyguard, she was better as AJ's bodyguard. And when she linked up with Naomi, when her and Naomi linked up before Team Bad.
It's like, but at the same time, it's like, I hear what you're saying, but like, I kind of want, if anything, she should have had another run at NXT, to kind of get her feet wet, help that women's division down there, a little bit more before she came back to Smackdown or Raw. You know what I'm saying? Like, if she would have stayed in NXT for a while, get her feet wet, kind of take the place of what Nia was doing before there, something like in that kind of role. She could have got that, got her, never lost it, I guess that's what you would say. But like, there's just something missing. I just don't, she's awesome to look at, but like, it's just like, far as the in-ring talent and, I guess that wow effect, like, she's not showing me nothing right now. It's like, Ellsworth is showing me more than what she is. Like,
I like Ellsworth.
I like Ellsworth too. I've grown accustomed to like seeing him every week. What you saying when you came at the show? He said something in the promo that was pretty funny.
Something about their teeth.
Yeah.
And they need to get down on one knee.
Yeah.
Because they're not on the level.
And they introduced Charlotte. Yeah. Not Charlotte, but Natalia, whatever. Yeah. But she just looks out of place to me, man. I don't know what it is. I can't put my finger on it.
I can. I think it's pretty bad that because that was actually one of my it would have been a Smackdowner for me. But I will speak to the Tamina issue. I think it's kind of bad that your spot has been taken. The spot that was supposed to be yours. Somebody moved into that spot and is doing it way better than you. And when I say that, I'm talking about Nia Jax.
Yeah.
Like, she's filling that role a million times better than Tamina ever has. And it's like Tamina ran in that role, in that position, and that had that particular character as the muscle of the women's division, the monster or whatever. She's ran that part of the division for as long as I can remember. But she never did anything with it. And Nia Jax shows up in NXT. Here she is now on the main roster, and she's doing it. She's making it look so easy. And she's looking damn good while she's doing it. Can't say that for Tamina.
Well, the other thing is, like, Tamina, as many times, Tamina went down on her back getting pinned during the AJ and during the Team Bad, what I'm saying? So it's like, it just, like I said, I think the NXT run would have been perfect for her returning. Like, dead serious. Like, it just came to me like, what's the rush of bringing her straight up to the main roster? They could have easily gave that spot to somebody else.
Right. Or pair her with a male. Pair her with somebody.
Put her back with the Usos.
Put her with the Usos. No. I wouldn't put her with the Usos. They don't need her.
They don't, but
I would probably put her with somebody completely different. Like, put her with somebody like an odd couple thing. Not like
Phoenix and Santino type
similar to that, but where it's not a comedy act.
He's Miss Belichick on TV, by the way.
I know you
want to see him.
Yeah. Not a fan. But I would rather see like her in that role as opposed to, kind of not similar to what Alicia Fox was doing on 205 Live, but now she's back in the division wrestling now.
Right.
She's got the thing with Sasha going. So that's cool. But for her to be You know, like she ain't even had a singles match yet, which shows that their lack of faith in what she can do right now. They're knowing that she's not up to speed. She ain't even had a match yet. Mm-hmm. And this 6-man tag is like they're doing everything in their power to kind of try to protect her, to like make sure that people don't catch on to the fact that, hey, she may not be ready, or if she is ready, she's not as ready as we think she is, or she's not going to get over, or she's going to get in the ring and it's not going to look good. Like the fact that she's supposed to be a monster and Naomi hopped off, you know, when Naomi pulled off the ropes and he literally shoved the hell out of her. Like, I was like, she shoved the hell out of her. Like, Tamina's supposed to be the badass. Mm-hmm. How is that even possible? I didn't understand it. So, I mean, I'm not enjoying her return.
No.
When they called her name and she came out, and I'm like, okay, Tamina's better. But from that moment, like literally everything she's done been outshot since the time they announced Charlotte. She's fallen to the background. She's an afterthought. And, you know, you don't want anybody to not be important.
Right.
Or their role or position not to be important. But she's not even doing well with this welcome committee thing. Carmella's personality shining.
Yep.
James Ellsworth shining. Natalia still shining. She's even carrying the mic for the team. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And there was one point in time where I didn't want to see her close to a microphone.
Right.
Ever.
Like Roman Reigns type.
Yeah. So, I mean,
stay away.
Everybody seems to be stepping their game up. And hopefully come next Sunday, she can step hers up, because so far it's been a complete miss.
I mean, I'm gonna give her time to deliver, maybe next Sunday. But like I said, once again, I just didn't see what was the rush. Like, she didn't have to come straight up to the main roster. Do what you do with everybody else. I mean, it's like I said, there's other women on the roster can possibly take that spot. Like, not saying I wanted her over on Raw, but like, even if they was to put Alicia Fox over there, Alicia Fox could have been that third person or whatever you want, third female or anybody.
Right.
But like I said, just somebody that's ready, they can deliver and, you know, not stand out, because she's standing out in the wrong way.
That's put her on Raw. Put her on Raw. She should have been on Raw. I could think of so many better scenarios for her on Raw. She could have been on Raw. They could have put her with Roman to give him something fresh to do.
Yeah.
They could have put her with Joe.
Man, that would have been nice. I pictured it in my head.
Yeah, they could have put her with Joe. And they could have been just beating up everybody, the women and the men. You know what I'm saying? She could have been like Stephanie's go out here and do it, girl. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, go and take Sasha
she could have been like you said, when you said the odd pairing, like, could have been like something like, they could have had something like going like Latino Heat. She could have been with somebody like Eddie Guerrero and China used to be, you know.
Right.
Somebody, if she was even Tyler Breeze, if Tyler went solo, she could be Tyler Breeze muscle, something like that. Right. Kind of like, you know, what China used to do with Triple H or anything. But like, yeah, I mean,
anything other than what she's doing right now, because she's casting a huge. She's a part of what's being cast, the shadow that's being cast over her. Nobody's even paying attention to Tamina. She's just in the match because they need a third person. They could damn near put Ellsworth in there.
Yeah, it could have just been the blondes.
Yeah,
she messed it up because she don't got blonde hair.
Right,
motherfucker. Anyway, I'm sorry. That was me. Any ordinary falls?
Nope.
Well, we can get to this GTW segment. We took a poll on the iHeart Wrestling page. If you're not on the iHeart Wrestling page, look for it on Facebook and we'll add you. Some good stuff, good memes, good wrestling info, everything else you want to find out about wrestling on there. But we took a poll of what y'all want us to talk about in GTW. Probably gonna start doing this more often, you know, to get people interacting with the show more. And the poll that won was why the best workers are not given the opportunity to carry the company. So we're gonna start the GTW segment, Guys Talk Wrestling, with that. So J.Fields, you asked the question. The question was asked on our wrestling page. Mm-hmm. You have an answer?
Before I answer, I just want to make one statement.
Mm-hmm.
We've had to sit through title reigns of people that we know damn well. Mm-hmm. Should have never gotten anywhere near it. And if we can sit through multiple reigns, nothing against Del Rio, but if we can sit through multiple Del Rio reigns, if we can sit through Jack Swagger reign as the champion, then why in the hell do we have 2 world titles and Cesaro can't get close to it? Why do we have 2 world titles and Bray can't have a title reign for longer than a month? Luke Harper can't be considered. Like, why are our best workers, the people that are making your Roman Reigns, your John Cena's of the world, making them look good on a consistent basis? Why can't they have a solid run with the strap? Why come they can't be the guys that Vince looks at and says, you know what, you're the guy that I'm going to put the company behind?
I'm going to answer this, but you already know it. It's because Vince doesn't believe they can sell.
But what does that even mean now?
Well, right
nowadays,
now,
what does that mean?
Well, I mean, I think nowadays for our sales mean, I guess that standout name. Like, you remember during the John Cena, AJ Styles rivalry, whatever, going to Royal Rumble, AJ Styles was champion. He was considered that other guy. You know what I'm saying? And everybody got all shits and giggles with it, but of course, real fans didn't. But like, even to right now, they're panicking right now as far as Raw and SmackDown ratings that they're trying to get John Cena to come back early. These are the situations. Instead of just taking your L, not even necessarily saying you're taking the L, just saying, hey, we're going to stick with the guns. If they don't like it, oh, well, they just got to get used to it. Just like you doing us. We don't like Roman Reigns and John Cena, but apparently you're not listening to us. We're going to have to suck it up and get used to it.
Green and Bird.
You know what I'm saying? And, like, I think that's where it comes down to, like, you know, they so committed to sticking with what used to work instead of just saying, okay, let's commit to what's not working at this moment. Like, right. They committed to their Roman Reigns shit, like, 3 years going. They ain't let off the brakes on that yet.
It don't look like anytime soon they're going to.
Because like I said, I mean, they're constantly feeding. Who else can we throw in the food? Now I read a rumor that they're going to put him in another program with Bray Wyatt because Braun's hurt. So, I mean, that answers your question why they won't put the machine behind these other guys like AJ and Cesaro and all these other people. But, I mean, basically it still puts them in the same situation where, you know what I'm saying, they're not going to listen to exactly what fans want to see. They're only going based on what they felt worked in the past, and they're constantly going to keep doing it. I mean, you look at the main belt the champions, Randy Orton and Brock Lesnar. Seen it before plenty of times. Why do we need to see it again?
On both shows.
Move on.
On both shows.
You're right.
We got to see it on both shows. We can't have any youth movement on neither show. And I think that's what bothers me. And it's like, as excited as I get every time somebody that I'm a fan of gets signed, Roger Strong gets signed, I'm about to shit my fucking pants. Eric Young gets signed, I'm jumping up and down because I'm like, hell yeah, because I'm thinking about what he just did in Impact. Mm-hmm. Bobby Roode gets signed, Nakamura gets signed, Carl Anderson and Luke Gallows get signed, AJ Styles gets signed, Tommy Ian gets signed, Big Damo gets signed. I mean, like, I'm extremely excited about all of that. Mm-hmm. And then I'm looking at it, I'm like, now what the fuck they gonna do with them?
Yeah.
Because there's only so much time you're gonna give them on TV.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, you got people like right now. I mean, I'm not a real big fan of this Samoa Joe thing. Because, I mean, I love Joe. Don't get me wrong.
Right.
Big Joe fan. Happy to see him come over. Cool with what's going on with him and Seth Rollins. But Samoa Joe should be after some gold.
You're right.
And at some point, you need to move your Brock Lesnar's out of the way. You need to move your Randy Orton's out of the way. And you need to let these dudes be the ones to fight for it. For the title.
For the title, like, yeah. That's what I was just going to say. They have all these great matches, but it's for nothing.
They're rivalries.
Yeah.
These blood rivalries. Like, I don't like this guy because he attacked me or whatever. I mean, no.
Like Sammy and KO, they had all these classic great matches, but what? For what? Nothing.
Because they needed somebody to go out and have a good match on Monday Night Raw because nobody else is capable of doing it. Or they didn't give anybody else a chance to do it.
Right.
Because we still had to sit through the Titus O'Neills and the Mark Henry returns and the Big Show knockout punches, and we had to sit through all that crap. So who did you go to? If you keep giving it, if you can go out and give them if you can get them 15, 20 minutes on Raw, 2 or 3 commercial breaks to have that match through, why in the hell don't they have their main title?
Right.
They gave Luke Harper and Eric Rowan time. But Luke Harper is not worthy of a title shot. Luke Harper is not worthy of a storyline. He's on TV every 3 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't get it. And I have to sit through a Jinder Mahal WWE title match when Jinder Mahal hadn't had a match over probably 3 minutes until 3 weeks ago.
Mm-hmm.
When has he ever had a one-on-one match that lasted any period of time?
Besides the title match in NXT.
Besides the title match that he had in NXT.
No.
Many people don't even know about because they weren't even fans then.
Right.
It wasn't even on TV then. It was on Hulu. There was no network.
Right.
This is before the network.
Right.
So, why? Jack Swagger, main event of the WrestleMania. Mm-hmm. I want that to sink in for everybody. Everybody listening to this. Jack Swagger, main event of WrestleMania.
World Heavyweight behind him for a moment.
Yeah. Del Rio, main event of WrestleMania. JBL. And don't get me wrong. JBL is JBL. He was able to hold it down. But let's remember where JBL came from. JBL is like the equivalent of what Jinder Mahal is now.
Damn.
Because nobody wanted JBL up there.
Nope.
Nobody thought that he should be up there.
Nope.
But once he got it, he ran with it. But people got sick of that, though. I was one of them. Mm-hmm. Danny and Doug Basham, Orlando Jordan, Jillian Hall. I got sick of the cabinet. I was sick of him coming down in that limo every week.
And that damn cowbell.
Yeah. I was sick of it. So, if you could do it for that guy, if you can do it for a Jack Swagger, if you can even do it for Jinder Mahal, why can't you do it for your best talented workers that you signed, that you went out and signed? I don't think they came begging to you.
No.
You went out and found them. Your scouts came to you and said, Vince, we should sign this guy. Triple H went out and found these people. Mm-hmm. And you resort them to going out and having these really great matches week in and week out, getting the crowd behind them week in and week out, and you don't have enough trust in them to lead your company, to go on the Late Show with Jimmy Fallon, to go on the Today Show, to do your Make-A-Wish, to do your Be a Star. Mm-hmm. They can't to do your Susan G. Komen in October for breast cancer. They don't have enough credibility to do that. All these talented people. But then you look at every other promotion across the board. You got Pete Dunne, champion of Progress. Trent Seven, champion of ICW. You got Matt Riddle, another Progress champion. You got all these different people. You got Adam Cole, Jay Lethal, Christopher Daniels, for heaven's sake. Mm-hmm. After 15 years being in ROH, is the ROH World Heavyweight Champion. But you won't invest in all of this talent that you done signed away from these other places.
Right.
You're not making them stars.
They can easily go to another, like you said, they can easily go to another promotion and
be at the top of the card. Yeah. Look at Cody Rhodes.
Exactly.
Look at Cody Rhodes.
I mean, that's what it's times have changed. Like, even once again, taking that same old trip back to the Attitude Era, which we always do. Even then, the title circulated. You wasn't seeing people like, I can't even think, Hulk Hogan at that time, or somebody old coming in, taking the shine away from the new guys, like right. Rock and Triple H and Angle and, people like that, like it circulated. It was fresh. It was new, but like you bring in this nostalgia act all the time, say, hey, I'm going to let you hold title for a while just to get people to start watching. No,
right.
Fuck the new people.
And when you've already done it once, why do we have to keep doing it? We saw Goldberg return and get a run with the title when he was still in decent enough shape to have a match that lasted anywhere over a couple minutes long.
Even Brock has not had put on a great match since I don't know how long.
Yeah.
And like, all he is a suplexing machine and a F5 machine. I mean,
Shawn Michaels didn't come back and take the title.
Like I said, the title matches lately, because before Brock was champion, it was Kevin Owens.
Right.
And Kevin Owens, they had decent feuds with title matches. Him, Seth Rollins, and who else? Him and Roman.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? They had certain people, like the people you want to see involved in a title match, involved in a title match. But like, once you bring in somebody like Brock Lesnar to come in and grab the title and now sideline until another couple months, to the next pay-per-view, I mean, it shits on everybody else. Pretty much saying like, we're gonna let you out. It's like say for instance, like a war. You sending all your people, you keeping your good big dogs in the back, but you sending all the other people, get their head cut off, everything. And once that's done, all right, y'all go pick up the piece.
Right. Send the general in.
Yeah. That's basically what they're doing with Brock Lesnar. I mean, and they're kind of doing, I mean, like I said, you said it best last week. I mean, this Smackdown title picture right now is making Randy Orton look so trash. Like, it's blah. Like, when he came out, just like you pointed out, like, the opening promo yesterday, I mean, like, it was like, I don't even like where this is going. But once Kevin Owens and Jinder Mahal came out there and kind of, manipulated the whole situation and made it watchable. But, like,
you got the crowd interested.
Yeah, but, like, nobody's really behind that. Like I said, I mean, we want to see new talent. We want to see something fresh. Every week I say, bring freshness to it, So.
But why couldn't that freshness come from Samoa Joe, AJ Styles, Kevin Owens? Because they should have never took both of the main titles and put them on two guys that people are already familiar with. Like, in that position. I mean, like, it's one thing to have them fight for it and lose. You know what I'm saying? But they didn't even pull the trigger like this for Seth Rollins. Seth Rollins went through Brock Lesnar, the feud with Brock Lesnar, and made it out still the champion.
It was a good way. Yeah, it was a good way how he made it out, too.
Randy Orton went through the feud with Seth Rollins, and Seth Rollins made it out on the other side of it.
Mm-hmm.
How are you not willing? Why are you not willing to let other talent make it out on the other side of these feuds? Why can't Bray make it out on the other side of the feud? Why can't Joe make it out on the other side of these feuds? Why come Kevin Owens couldn't make it out on the other side of Goldberg?
AJ.
You
said, like I said, these people are not getting younger. That's the main thing I'm getting upset. There's more risk for them getting hurt.
Yeah.
Or something else, losing interest, and saying, hey, you know what? WWE ain't for me. Let me go somewhere else. Make a name for myself. Then y'all gonna want me to come back. Then gonna bring me back, and it still ain't gonna do nothing with me.
I just feel like it's unfair because it's like, I kind of feel like WWE is signing all these people because they're still, quote unquote, the place to be, the company to work for, because they have been known as the place to be. There's no other big promotion in America. So it's the place to go. If you're a wrestler, that's where you go. Mm-hmm. But it's like, damn, I get there and I realize it really ain't what I thought it was. So let me go. It's just like, like in the NBA.
Yeah. People
coming to the NBA all the time, draft to the NBA, and then you never heard from them again. Then you look them up somehow, and they're somewhere playing in China, or they're playing across overseas, or they're coaching somewhere, or whatever the case might be. It almost feels like that. It's like, why should they have to find or be able to fulfill their passion in some other capacity? Why come they can't play on the big stage and succeed on the big stage? Why do they have to go to the smaller promotions to be champions? Why do they have to go to the smaller promotions to be main eventers? Why do they have to go and open up wrestling schools and train tomorrow's talent just to still be in the business and feel like they're doing something meaningful in the business? I hate that.
I mean, it's more of anything. It's selfish because, like, WWE grabs whatever's hot and they don't do nothing with it. Just to make sure nobody else gets it or gets that attention.
Right.
They're trying to, like I said, kill the scene of the indies right now. You know what I'm saying? Basically, like, what's the hottest thing going on right now? Let me grab him.
Yeah.
Throw him in NXT for a while. Throw him in there for a year with promises he's going to get to the main roster. When he gets to the main roster, throw him in a few with Dolph Ziggler. That's what we're going to do.
So much talent. Look at the 205 roster. Look at the 5-6 guys from the UK tournament.
Mm-hmm.
Andrews, Seven, Dunn, Bate, Wolfgang. Look at the people that they just signed. Look at the people that's attending these trials.
Yeah.
Like, if you gut every promotion for every hot attraction, yeah, there's plenty of guys that can lead the way. But I don't want to see Progress go away. I want to see New Japan go away. I don't want to see Ring of Honor go away. I don't want to see Impact go away. I don't want to see any of these other promotions go away because I need an alternative.
Yeah.
I can't just be satisfied Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday nights, and once a month for WWE every month. It's just not enough for me anymore. My tastes have changed.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like as a fan, Vince hasn't realized that the wrestling fans' tastes have changed.
It's evolved, yeah.
It's not the same thing. I don't want the same thing anymore. Give me something different. Try it. Just try it. Be willing to try
with it for a whole year. No.
You a billionaire.
Mm-hmm.
You're not going to lose any money by trying somebody out in the world title position.
You know what I'm thinking? Like, as far as ratings go, I don't think USA is coming up and saying, hey, we losing viewership. Y'all not bringing in the same views like we used to. I mean, USA is made right now because of WWE right now.
And they could take their show off of USA.
And got the network.
And they got the network. They could take their show off of USA. Probably go back to Spike TV.
Anywhere.
They could go anywhere.
And
they go anywhere. And people go whatever channel it's on, because when it was on TNN,
yeah,
nobody went to TNN for any other reason than to watch wrestling.
Hell, SmackDown used to be on Sci-Fi.
Why are we on Sci-Fi?
I don't know.
For wrestling.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I'm saying.
I'm not on there any other reason. So it don't matter what channel. You put them on the Home Shopping Network. And right after they get done selling them rough ass looking watches and all that other crap that nobody wants, wrestling coming on. So I'm gonna watch the end of this damn infomercial, and then I'm tuning into my wrestling. I don't give a damn what channel you put it on. It don't even matter. So it's not like they don't have options. So I don't think anybody from USA got the ability to say, well, hey, the ratings are sucking because you got Kevin Owens as your champion. You need to do something to bring the ratings up. So you instantly go to Goldberg. You instantly go to Brock Lesnar.
Cena, yeah.
You go to Cena. But the thing about it is that if you use the talent that you have here, you got Paul Heyman. You don't even really need Brock.
Right.
You got Paul Heyman. Paul Heyman is the reason why Brock Lesnar is as big as he is.
Right.
Not because Brock was just the greatest thing ever made in life.
And once again, give Paul Heyman another opportunity to bring somebody else to make them the new Brock Lesnar.
Exactly. That's why I just said we don't need Brock.
Mm-hmm.
We don't need Brock.
Yeah.
Because Paul Heyman can elevate the next big star, manage the next big star or stars. I think you should have stars. I think you should have a conglomerate of superstars.
Damn, that's a big ass word. What?
Conglomerate. A collection of superstars.
Come on, man.
Yeah. he should have a collection of superstars, tag teams, singles wrestlers, men and women, to come up. Mm-hmm. And he managed all of them. Like, that's what I miss. So where you got that manager that's leading the way. Bobby Heenan, First Family, Jimmy Hart. You know what I'm saying? I miss those days. The Dangerous Alliance. Paul Heyman got everybody. He's just signing wrestlers.
Yeah.
You don't necessarily have to be a stable of 4 guys that came together on their own. You can have the manager because you think about it, Bobby the Heenan, the Heenan family. That was a collection of all different types of characters. You had different folks. Jimmy Hart, the First Family, all different types of characters. You can just have one type of wrestler in the group. Same thing with Paul Heyman. He had Rick Rude. He had Steve Austin. He had Arn Anderson, Bobby Eaton. Dangerous Alliance. That shit was dope.
Yeah.
And that's like, and I probably said this before on the show, like that was one of my favorite stables outside of like the Horsemen. Like before we got to the Attitude Era with DX and all of that, NWO. Mm-hmm. Like the Dangerous Alliance, I feel like they didn't really get their just due. It was dope, but you don't even need Brock. Let Paul Heyman carry the next guy. Would I be happy if Edge came back for one more match? Sure. Would I be happy if Daniel Bryan came back for one more match? Sure. But not at the expense of the talent that you got. If CM Punk come back, come on back, Punk.
Yeah.
But at the same time, make sure that you don't sacrifice the rest of your roster for whoever you bringing back.
Pushing them back, yeah.
Yeah.
Like I said, once again, ain't no telling what can happen down the way. People getting older and people getting hurt. And that's the main thing I think about. Like, you got these contracts, use them. If it gets down to the last minute of the contract, I understand, everybody can't get a title match when their contract is winding down. That's when you say, hey, we don't got nothing for you. You had your opportunity. You had your WrestleMania moment. We're going to go in this direction right now. Just have a plan.
Yeah.
Don't always panic and say, get on the phone, take out your Hall of Fame phone book and say, let's call this guy. Right. He ain't doing nothing right now. You know what I'm saying? Like, so, basically, yeah, but like I said, we already answered the reason why Vince won't take that jump, because he's so accustomed with doing things that he like and thinks that's going to work instead of.
Right.
NXT is a template right now. You see what works there. That's what people like now. That's what people are buying into. NXT live shows and any other takeovers are selling out just as much as on Raw and SmackDown.
Mm-hmm.
Adapt. Stop going towards. We got the network. We can go back. We want to see Goldberg. We want to see Ultimate Warrior. All these other type of things. We can go back and just easily type it in and look it up. So
let's be honest. Nobody's fucking doing that.
No.
Nobody's doing that.
No.
Every now and then I'll be on YouTube and a clip will come up with like Goldberg experience. And I'm like, man, I just want to watch some of that experience. Just him just running through people. But I'm not going back looking for like old Goldberg matches, old Kevin Nash matches. I don't give a fuck.
Like I said, if they was to do this older nostalgia thing, have those people put over the younger talent.
I don't even want that. That's what TNA was trying to do.
No. Not necessarily saying that's what they need to do all the time, but like, hey, Brock Lesnar should have easily been putting over somebody. Undertaker should have put over Bray Wyatt at WrestleMania. Saying things like that.
Well, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like
when it's gonna elevate.
Yeah, elevate. Not saying like, just bring them back just to say, hey, I'm gonna get you a few with Ty Dillinger, just to elevate him. Like, I'm just saying, like, if they're there,
it makes sense
to push them over. You know what I'm saying? Like, like I said, I saw this getting tossed around. And like I said, I can't really sit there and say do that. But as far as 205 Live, if there's to bring somebody like Rey Mysterio, hey, go down there, fight some people at 205 Live. Just get people to say, hey, damn, Rey Mysterio back on 205 Live. That easily bring in viewers. But of course, I'm not saying bring back Rey Mysterio to be champion.
Right.
Sign for a couple of days. Bring them in there, just get people accustomed to watching it. Do it in that aspect, but don't bring back people taking up WrestleMania spots to have 5-minute matches and shit. You know what I'm saying? That type of thing.
Right.
That's where the booking thing, when you brought up the question, that's where it's all going wrong.
Yeah.
Like I said, I like my nostalgia moments. Sting, Triple H, WrestleMania 31, that little nostalgia moment, I was fine with it. It was well placed.
They had a pocket.
Yeah.
They had a pocket.
And it was well placed and nobody had a problem with it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Nobody said, man, they could have gave that match somebody or situation to somebody else. No, it was fine.
And if you want, if the buzz is big enough, then you give them another run at another pay-per-view.
Mm-hmm.
Like they did with Sting and Seth Rollins. That was a pretty good promo.
Yep.
Pretty good package that they put together.
Yes.
To get ready for that match. Unfortunately, it was the match that ended Sting's career. But I was okay with it because it was for Seth.
Right.
I didn't really like the fact that he had to fight Cena. But it is what it is. He got the title back to him. That's who he beat.
Was it?
He beat Rollins for the title.
Who? Cena?
Mm-hmm.
No.
Yes, he did.
Rollins lost to.
Who did he beat?
Rollins lost to not Cena. He lost to somebody else.
Did he? I thought he lost to Cena.
Was it cash in?
Not for the U.S. title.
Oh.
Remember we were trying to figure out how the title got back to Cena?
Hold on.
Didn't Cena beat him for the U.S. title?
Oh, you talking about that time? Yeah. That sure was the time. That was the SummerSlam, wasn't it?
Night of Champions. When he beat him, Cena beat him, and then Rollins beat Sting in the same night.
Cena lost the belt to Rollins at SummerSlam because that's when dude from the Daily Show came and helped him. And then Cena got it back at Night of Champions.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I thought you were talking about the main title. My bad.
No, I was talking about you know. Remember we was talking about how the title get back to Cena a couple weeks ago.
Yeah,
because we was talking about Rusev getting the title, and then who did he lose to, and what was that transition?
Yeah,
Rollins had the belt, Cena beat him, and then Cena lost to Del Rio. And Del Rio lost to Kalisto. Kalisto lost to Rusev. And Rusev lost to Roman. Yeah. Paper trail. Yeah, that was the paper trail without us having to look it up. Good job.
I know. Yeah. That would do it for our 90-minute episode of the GTS movie. Yep, that's a good ass ride. So
the ultimate thrill ride.
Yeah. Great show, guy.
Indeed. Likewise.
Check out 1515 Ad for other podcasts such as RBU, GTS, of course, MWT, Lace 'em Up, Equal Opposites, Studio Flow, Mac and D Talk TV. And I think that would do it. If I missed you out, I got you next week. But check out GTS on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube. And tune in next week as we pretty much is the going home show, the Backlash, which we will give our predictions. And maybe, depending on timing, maybe we'll go live. We'll keep y'all posted. Get some more questions in. Because like I said, I think I like this little poll thing, because it's actually talking about what y'all want us to talk about.
Right.
So, get y'all interact with the show. But I'm over here drooling because I got this bowl over here, Alfredo in front of me. I can't go in on it. So, until next week, this is your boy EJ the King.
It's your guy J.Fields.
And we are out this bitch. Holla. And holla again.